Hello, good morning and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy and we're back on the Red Book. Now, today is the day that we are going to attack contrast, and I thought that for contrast we would do the 2 pages that we loved, that Carol did, or I loved, and I sent you to go and have a look. So this is the page that I'm going to use. This is my main picture, if you like, and I thought this was going to sit very well here because it strikes me like the perfect place to have a picnic. And here I've got pockets out of bakery crinkle paper, and this could be the bakery, could it not, where we bought something lovely to have a picnic with. So that's my intention. Now this is probably going to go completely wrong because I've not done a test run. I've only watched Carol's video, and if I remember, because I've not gone back and refreshed myself, you have to make sure you've got 2 the same size, and you have to tear them at the same time to make sure they go back together correctly. And she started this side and said that she wished she'd started this side. So we're going to start from the right hand side. So you can hear Boo moving around. Dad's gone off to a meeting. So, and we want interesting shapes. We don't want to just rip it in a straight line. Ah, you see, look, that went wrong, didn't it? Didn't get that bit. Oh well. We'll see if we can fix that in the gluing. So yeah, Dad's gone off to a meeting. Boo's here. Oh no, she's gone off upstairs. Yeah, see, I'm finding, look, I'm getting, this is not as easy as it looks. Mind you, I think I remember Carol saying that it wasn't as easy as it looked. You really got to hold them close together, and I'm not doing a very good job, I don't think. So how are you all? I think I should have done a practice one. If I'd have done a practice one, it might have been a little bit easier because I might have realised that these were going to separate, so I had to move my hand all the way down. Okay, so I've got my 6 pieces. If I move my book this way and I put my pieces over here, then hopefully you can still see everything, and we'll see if this is going to work. And I appreciate it's going to be quite a quick video, and I know there's a lot of you that like the longer videos, so I thought we would use the extra time to do a bit of a flip through, because there have been a number of pages that I've done that I've not been on camera, and a couple of people have commented that they would like to see the other pages. Okay. I don't know where to go now. This is my main picture. So if this is my main picture, I'm feeling that should go on first, and then this one should tuck under like that. Is that how we go? So I think the answer is we only glue the edge. So we only glue the edge, and we put that down like that. Turn it over. Make sure you remember to turn it over. Glue the edge. I was really impressed with how this worked, so I'm hoping it's going to work, whoops, for me. Right, and then when we're finished, I'm going to come back and glue all the loose edges. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Right, so then this one is the next one. I need to turn it that way so I know what the edge is, if that makes sense. And then that one is going to go under there like that. So it's all fun and games, isn't it? Why do I get myself involved in these things? Honestly, I did it the other day, didn't I, with the tiny knitting? Oh my goodness, that totally freaked my my hands. It cramped all my fingers. I don't like to admit to getting old, but I'm obviously getting old, a bit arthritic or whatever, because boom, Mummy's doing a video. That really hurt my hands. So yeah, was not happy with that at all. Well, so far it sort of seems to be working. I don't know. I think, to be honest, it's one of them things that you just have to plug forward with, because you can't really tell until you've finished whether or not it's worked. So now, one thing I've noticed already is I feel like I've not put them close enough together, because I've got 3 more pieces left and I don't think I've got room for 3 more pieces. So it might be that we have a raggedy edge and we don't put all 6. Perhaps we only put 5, because of course the thing is, I did have papers that were the same size as the page, and by having this overlap, the page has got, or the photos, whatever, has got bigger. So, and what number is this? 21. I have to write that on top, won't I? And I seem to be going downhill. There we go. Right, I'm just going to glue this one properly, because this one can be glued all the way down now, can't it? Because we know, because it's just sliding around on my page and it's getting on my nerves. There we go. So I'll glue that one down like that. And this one, I tell you what, I like the look. I'd like, now that I've done it and semi-muffed it up, I'd like to have another go. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave the end one off. But bearing in mind I like the tatty torn look on most things, it's quite appropriate, I think, to have a tatty torn edge. So that's fine. And because I'm going to finish with a a text one, not newsprint is it, but a text one, the fact that it hangs slightly off the page is not going to matter. And now this one, again, I'm only going to glue on the edge because I don't know how much is going to stick out the edge of the page. So, because look, we're already at the edge there. So put that in. Like so. And then I need to pull this one just back out a little bit like that. And I did think when Carol did hers that it, yeah, you need to be, as it were, further away from it to see it, but I do love it. Now what I'm going to do is run the glue right across the back so that that is stuck down, and then we'll get like the next one and just run my glue across the back to get them all stuck. Bit of extra glue there. So sorry, have I asked how are you all? What are you up to? It's Friday, so it's the end of the week, which is always nice. It's what hubby never ever calls it Friday, calls it Poets Day, which is an acronym. The first word is very rude, and then the second word is off. The third word is early. The next word is tomorrow, and the last word is Saturday. So I'm sure you can pretty much guess what the first rude word is, but he does always say, oh, it's Poets Day. I think it comes in the main from spending a lot of his working life with builders. He's not a builder, but he does work with builders a lot. And I think that's where the saying comes from. Funny, isn't it? Sayings. Oops. That we have. Oh goodness me, look what I'm doing, putting glue everywhere. Right, Carol, thank you for the idea. I absolutely love it, and I will definitely be doing it again. I love it. I love the way it looks. I'm just going to get a pen or a pencil or something. Here's a pen. And we're just going to write up here that this was number 21. Like that. Okay. Right, so let's go back then and do a quick little flip through for you so you can see the ones that have not been done on camera and how it looks to date. So the first thing I did for good vibes was actually put the whole thing together and create the junk journal and stick this onto the very first page. Then we went to 2 for a pop of colour. I can't even remember what they were called now. And then we went 3, oh yeah, negative space. I did that on camera. I'm sure I did the tags on camera, and I know I did the pools and the flip-flop on camera. I don't believe I did number 6, which was layers on layers. I'm not sure I did this on camera, so I just stamped, and then I had book page, embossed, different book page, and 2 die cuts and a little bit of fabric. And then framed, again, I'm not sure if I did this one on camera. Yes, I did, because I remember saying I'd done it before. Definitely did the brown paper bag, searching through the rubbish. It's here somewhere, Maud. Number 9, which was balance, I believe. Yes, we did number 9. The papers, 10 and 11, I did that on camera. Definitely did the bookshelf. and the overlap. Did those on camera. And then this one I definitely didn't do on camera. And this is number 15. This is tucked away. So basically I used my Portrait Prints Digi Kit and I made an unclosed envelope. So I did paper on both sides. So you could tuck away something secret inside there. Like maybe that picture of, say, those boats. And then I just did a very, very simple tag that could be written on the back. And I tucked that away behind it. So a double tuck away. This was letter to yourself. So I just used a letter from my stash, some book page, new stamps that I'd acquired. There's a Tracie Fox, a Louise Heinzel, and some dress making paper. I addressed this as a fictional address and a fictional person. An old stamp, I stamped over the top. There's my letter inside. Actually, it's not private, I'll read it to you. What it says is, now listen up, madam. Never regret your choices. Be proud of your decisions. Celebrate your wins. And, many underlines, remember you are important too. There you go. So that was my letter to myself. And that is tucked in there. And then I just used Lorna, Tailor Made Journals. I used one of her digi pages there. And then upcycle, I know this was upcycle. What I did was I put some builder's dust sheet down. I put 2 pieces of fabric. This one I just slow stitched around the edge. And this one I used like a dot to dot, and I joined all the dots up. Suffolk puff with a button on top. And then a little fabric tag held on with a safety pin, which is actually a French knot. So that was that one. And this was Maximilian. And I just happened to have the Tesco's advertising magazine on my desk, and I saw there was lots of red in it, so I just went for a total red page, and also I felt it sat with that. So that's my Maximilian. This one I definitely did on camera. This one I did on camera because we nearly had a disaster. Although, you know, I did realise afterwards that I've got one just up here. Hang on and I'll show you what I mean. That if instead of trying to stick it was over there like that, trying to stick it there, I'd have stuck it to the back of the tag, then the original idea would have worked. So if you're going to do something like this, remember, stick them to the tags, not to the book, and then it'll work. And this was obviously the interactive one where everything was flippy. Did that on camera. We've just done this one. This one I did, I know, off camera because I did this yesterday. And this was pockets. And I've got this lovely deli paper. Let me find it. Here you go. It's lovely deli paper. And obviously that's a plastic bag. I know that plays with the camera. But there you go. And it's lovely and crinkly and it's printed. That came from Amazon if you're trying to get some. And I seem to remember they had it in that white clear, but they also had it in an antiqued brownie. And then because these were bakery, and I've got that vintage cooking book, this one here, I've shown you this before. I scanned all the adverts that were in it and they're on my Ko-fi, I believe. And I just used some old file folder and I put one of the recipes in because it was bakery paper, it seemed sense. Buns and cakes. Does that one actually go in there, I think? Yeah, buns and cakes. And then you can see the shape of the file folder. This is current buns, and I just put some pictures. Just messing around with that yesterday afternoon. I've shown you how to make these bags before. We've still got to do those. Oh, I did this one on camera with a stupid knitting. And then this one was in the garden. So, number 30. And I just put one of the shabby dabby doodah street signs that you know I love. I cut, rough fussy cut, this image out of a gardening book that I've got. I found a photo of my boo-boo and I cut her out because she loves to lay in the garden. And then I only glued this from there around the edge with them boo on top. So I thought it was perfect to put a little tag inside. So I just made up a fairly standard looking tag to go in there. That one we did together, and there we are. So that is the book so far, and there is today's project. I would, as always, like to thank you very much for spending time with me. I would ask you to comment or give us a thumbs up, or even subscribe if you like what you've seen. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye for now.